This video is sponsored by Trading212, which lets you invest in real stock for free. And now, with our promotion code, you will get a share worth up to 100 euros for free. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we've got the all-new BMW X7, a very controversial car. And well, today I'm going to show you around it, show you all the features, especially, of course, the huge kidney grille. I'll show you all the stuff inside as well. Then we'll take it for a drive along this beautiful road, and we'll take it to the Autobahn as well to see what it's like over there. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to receive updates when we upload a new video. And check out today's sponsor, which is Trading212, a great way to own actual shares of your favorite car company. It is completely for free, there are no commissions. Just download the app, register in 3 minutes and use code AUTOTOP to receive a free share worth up to 100 euros. For instance, Aston Martin. So, the X7, let's just start at the front with this gigantic kidney grille. And when it came out, when the first pictures were released, you know, everyone was saying, what the hell is this? How big are these things and how big can they become? But I have to say that in real life, because this car is so huge, it actually kind of works. It is actually so huge that this BMW logo is also a lot bigger than normal. What else? Well, we've got a very intricate bumper because we have the M50d version. So we have all this M stuff with these cerium grey accents, cerium grey grille as well. And these super aggressive headlights, which resemble those on the 7 Series. And I really like them. I think, and I didn't think I was going to say this when I first saw the pictures, but I really like it personally. So let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think? Did I change your mind already? If not, we'll move on. We've got these 22-inch wheels, also with that cerium grey M Performance brakes, because this is an M Performance. This is cerium grey as well. So are all the badges on the car, the mirror caps. We have shadow lines, so this is all black. This is black. We don't have privacy glass, which is kind of weird. I would also get that because now it feels a bit like a fish tank. There's a lot of glass. And at the rear, kind of like the rear as well, it has this bar across the rear in that cerium grey again, and I think it looks pretty cool. We have a split tailgate, which is super convenient. We've got our big trunk and it fits nicely in here. The X7 comes as standard as a 7-seater, so these 2 extra seats. And if you pay premium, you can get this setup, so with 2 big captain's chairs, which are really nice and comfortable. The luggage space, however, goes up to here when you have all seats up, and that is not that much. It's about 326 liters. But if you have them down, it is a whopping 750. So I think that's the way most people are going to use this car anyway, as a very luxurious 5 or 4-seater with a lot of luggage space and the ability to take 2 extra persons. So we also have these buttons here. Everything is electric, which is super plush, of course, but it is very slow, and it almost doesn't justify the fact that it's electric because it's so slow. So you can just press this button, everything goes down. In the rear you can press this button, everything comes up, and it is actually not bad, the leg room and stuff for these rear seats. When we move to these captain's chairs, I mean, this is a full plush BMW seat with these little cushions, beautiful leather, and armrests that can do whatever you want. Yeah, it is pretty nice here, pretty luxurious. It even has an extra roof up there, which is not open right now. So yeah, it is very large and very spacious in here.
So this is mostly 7 Series, I would say. A little bit of 8 Series as well. But of course this has to be the 7 Series of SUVs by BMW. So it has to be luxurious, it has to be plush, and it has to be commanding. And I think that's the word I would use most to describe this car. Authority. It has authority on the road when you see it coming in your mirror or just on the street. That big, aggressive, huge, high front really commands respect and authority. When you drive it as well, you feel like, you know, you're high up, you've got this huge hood in front of you. It's huge, it's all big, it just feels really cool, I have to say. Okay, start it up. M50d, I'm not going to spend too much time on the drivetrain. You know it, you've seen my X5 review, I hope. So this is in comfort mode. If I change to sport, a little bit changes, you get a little bit more sound. But it's not sporty. And that is actually one of my problems with this car. So let me clarify, when I say problem, I feel like this car should have been the BMW X750d. And I think that the M50i, that's also coming, should have been the X750i. Because it is the 7 Series lineup. And if you get a 7 Series limousine, it's called a 750i or a 750d. So I think I don't really understand that, especially because this car weighs 2.5 tons and it has the same drivetrain as a 750d or a BMW X5 M50d. So it has 400 horsepower and 760 newton meters, which is, you know, fine. It's a nice amount, but it's not super fast or anything. So I don't think that they should have called it an M50d. But hey, that's just me. So we are going to do a 0 to 100 test with our GPS performance box. Thank you, invisible assistant.
You're welcome.
Oh my God, that's freaky. So we're going to switch to Sport Plus, traction control. Traction control was switched off on this mount as well. So, gearbox in sport, everything ready, full throttle, launch control active, and there we go. 5.4 seconds claimed. What is it going to do? 5.7. Okay, let's try that again. Come on, X7. Give me your all. .8. No, that's not all. Okay, so we actually did a 5.5 earlier. That's the best we've been able to do. As I said, it's not super fast. It's every time you drive a performance diesel or a fast diesel, if you floor it, you know, you think, well, that's okay, it's nice, but that's not when it feels most powerful. It feels better when you just use like 60 to 80% throttle and just coast on that surge of torque that's available. That's when it feels fast and nice. Again, supports my point that this should have been a 50D and not an M50D. So what does this car excel at? Well, we're just going to put it in comfort mode, put the gearbox in drive, traction control on. It is so freaking comfortable. It is so quiet and relaxing, this car. It really feels like a 7 Series SUV. It feels much nicer than an X5. This also gets air suspension as standard. I don't know, you might not remember, but the X5 M50D didn't have air suspension. Yes, I know. That's annoying. So air suspension as standard, and that's because this car, the underpinnings, the chassis, it shares more with the 7 Series than with the X5. So it really is sort of a standalone SUV within the lineup. It really is the top dog. and I really feel that when I drive it, it just feels so much more comfortable, so much more plush to drive than an X5. So I think they really succeeded at that. So we are at the unrestricted Autobahn. No speed limit here, just saying. And well, let's put it in Sport again, Sport Plus, gearbox in Sport as well. So that means that the air suspension lowers, we get a stiffer setup on the dampers, the throttle response, the gearbox, everything changes. Gearbox is a ZF 8-speed, by the way, which is perfect as always. Full throttle. Again, it's not mind-blowingly fast. It's brisk. I would call it brisk. Especially for a car that weighs 2.5 tons. You know, this is respectable. But the way it actually devours distance, swallows up the road in such comfort and quietness is super nice. So that was 250, no problem. Just going to slow down for this. Yes. I actually would like to try that in comfort, because it's a little bit more relaxing on the suspension, soaks up all the bumps. It's a little bit quieter as well, because as I showed you in sport mode, you get some fake sound from a sound generator that's somewhere. This is actually super quiet now, the engine, which is nice. So this car has to compete with a Range Rover or a Mercedes-Benz GLS and some American competitors that we don't really get here. But I think that that is going to be the biggest market for this car. The US and China, maybe Russia. And I think that for that purpose, this car is really well done. And I think the design will also resonate with those people that want something plush, something that commands authority and is just super comfortable, nice to drive. We also have the all-wheel steering on this car. It actually has 3 things to make it feel smaller and to make it drive better in and around town. It has the all-wheel steering system, so the rear wheels steer as well. It also has the active anti-roll bars and the special rear differential. So those 3 things really make this car handle better than the versions without. I've read, I haven't experienced that myself, but I can imagine that that's really annoying. I know there's a stop sign, I'm driving. Okay, so let's put it in Sport Plus. I'll give it some beans in this corner. Oh, that's a lot of tire squeal. Are there Pirelli P0s on this car, or is that just the weight? I think both. So yeah, that's not what you're going to use it for. It is, however, just half a second slower from 100 to 200 kilometers an hour than its smaller, more sporty sibling, the X5 M50d. So that's not too bad, considering this car is actually quite a bit heavier. It's 16.27 seconds. And considering you don't lose that much performance compared to an X5 M50d, but you gain so much in here. You gain so much space, comfort, plushness, exuberance. It's just, I would say that it's worth the premium over an X5 M50d. Because this just feels more special. I feel like the X5 is a little bit bland, the newest generation, and I feel like this is more has an own face, has like more presence, and just feels better. Wow, okay, that was a conclusive conclusion. That's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button right here. You can also check out this POV review or go check out this playlist. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.